Hello. We're live. I'm live. Waiting for you to join me in our usual Friday night intimate gathering of like-minded souls. Hello. Hello, Carol Ann. Oh, my goodness me. That's 2 weeks in a row. You've managed to do it. Staying up all night just for me. You are the first. You're the first. Well done. Hello, Barbara. Hello, Marie. Thank you. Thank you for joining me this lovely Friday evening that's looking a little bit stormy and windy and cold, frankly. Yes, typical British summer so far, isn't it? Lovely. My favourite. Hello, Chris. Just checking. Have I said hello to everybody? Lovely. I have. 7 of you in intimate gatherings so far. Lovely. Well, it's chilly here as well, Marie. It's very chilly. But I've got to put my gloves on because I'm so cold. I've got a scarf on, beautiful, lovely cardigan, which is partially alpaca, according to the label. Well, it's something. At least an animal wasn't killed for it, which is good. Well, we don't think it was. I hope it wasn't. Poor alpacas, poor little things running around the field with no wool.
They're quite big things.
They are big things, aren't they, alpacas? Very sweet. Well, it's virtually still winter here. It's meant to be nearly midsummer. I mean, how long have we got till midsummer? Mind you, this is usual.
For 2 weeks.
Last year was a fluke. Last year's heat wave, which kicked in at the end of May and lasted for sort of 2 months, was a fluke. It really was. I mean, I do believe in climate change, of course. But, I remember summers like this when we were kids. But, climate change has been going on for a long time. People forget this. It's been going on since industry, really, hasn't it, Paul? Hasn't it, Paul? Yes, it
Yes,
has.
because I've been around for centuries.
Hello, Elisa. Hello, Uprooted from Nashville. Lovely. That's where they have all the country music, isn't it, Nashville? Isn't it, Paul? Yes, is it Nashville? Is that where Julia went?
Yeah.
Our friend?
Yeah.
And she bought us a lovely little fridge.
Elvis?
Is it Elvis that way? I don't know, I've never been. Yes, lovely. Nashville, is that where the, what's it called? The Grand Ole Opry and all of that. Is that Nashville? Lovely. Always seems lovely. Memphis is Elvis, yes. Memphis, Tennessee. Hello, Guru. Guru is in the house. Welcome. You see, we're truly international. Truly international. Nashville, Australia, all the other lovely countries that people are from.
Wigan.
Wigan, exactly. I mean, that's virtually like another country in itself. It is. Little hamlet. So 15 people, welcome everybody. A warm, warm welcome. I've had a busy day today. It's been busy on the computer. Pardon me. Because I'm doing promotional material for Richard and Paul, the brand. Yes, we're a brand now. Just a brand. Soon we'll have merchandise, I'm sure, t-shirts and things like that. And we're trying to grow our channel. So what we need you to do, you lovely people, is to share things as often as possible with friends, family, relations, loved ones, people in the streets. Share our channel as much as possible. That's what we're asking you to do. Because without views, as we've said before, YouTube channels dry up and die. They do. Like a crinkly old crisp. There we are. We are a cult. Yes, but we don't want to be a cult now. We want to be a well-known brand across the world and the universe and the solar system.
Well,
So
the
even
universe includes the solar system.
across the solar system and beyond. So even the aliens know who we are. We could be aliens ourselves, couldn't we?
Green blood.
We might be. You might not know this. We could be secretly taking over the world for world domination. Yes, lovely. Good evening, the Swiss plot. Well, you were, Marie, but we're going to change our cult status from cult to super cult. Yes. The chant is promote, promote, promote. Who's had hail? Who's had hail? Has somebody had hail, Marie?
No, all hail the Queen.
Oh, me. Are you talking about me?
Yes.
Oh, lovely. Lovely. See, I'm wearing a Queen's collar today. Look, it's like something that Maleficent would wear. Huh?
Tomorrow's got thunder.
Tamara's got thunder. I just ordered that for you, Tamara. As I lifted my collar, the thunder came. As I am the Queen of Darkness. Not really. No, we're not Satanists or anything like that. We're not anything-ists, are we? No, we're cultists. Let's not go down that road. Lovely. Thunder. I wish we would have some thunder so I could film it and make some more money on YouTube. Yes.
What's the last one at?
What?
What's
The last what? The storm
thunder?
video?
Yeah.
Well, I think the first one's at 66,000 views. That was viral because anything over 50,000 is viral. And the other one's at 20 something, I think. Something like that, I know. So I could do with another viral storm video to spread the brand, to spread the word. Yes. So sorry, let me just catch up with the... Aren't we celebrating our birthday tomorrow? No.
Is that almost a year?
No. It's not our birthday. It's just over a year since we started sitting on the sofa doing chats. But I was doing stuff before that. And that's when Paul and I decided to join forces, the forces of YouTube, to sort of bring, the gardening in and the vlogs and the chats and bring it all together. So we're kind of celebrating just over a year of doing chats, not this live chat, but doing the sort of Sunday chats. They weren't called Sunday chats to begin with. This is part of our folklore and our story. They weren't Sunday chats. They started off as gardening chats and developed from there into the silliness that they are now, where I won't let Paul talk about gardening. He has to do that from his own videos that he posts regularly and that are very, very popular, in fact. In fact, I think your plot tours are probably some of the highest views we get.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, let's not forget in New Zealand, we've got 14 million subscribers, according to the computer. The other day we had 28 million in Indonesia. But that's not true. Wish we did. If we did, I think our production values might have gone up a little bit. Yes, anyway, let me just catch up. Who's come into the house? Kelly. Evening, Kelly. Lovely, welcome. So, we've got 22 people here. It's still an intimate gathering. I do like an intimate gathering rather than a big party. Really? Do you? What do you prefer? Do you prefer small, intimate dinner parties where everybody can talk to each other in a civilized way? Or do you like to let your hair down and get your stilettos in the ceiling? Did I mean that? That's what we used to
Let your
say.
head- Why did you say that?
I'm sure we used to say, kick your heels up and get your stilettos in the ceiling.
I don't think so.
I think it was before your time, Paul.
I think that's insanity.
Hello, Karen. I think so. I think smaller is better. I think when you're younger, like in your teens and your 20s, you don't mind a big party because you just get drunk and you don't really think about what's going on. But I prefer to connect with people on an intimate basis, not that intimate. No, I didn't mean it like that. But you know, where you can have a proper chat and talk about stuff that's going on. You know, not heavy, but nice, light chat. We're going to a party in July, aren't we? Going to a cheese and wine at our friend's. She's having a summer do in her garden on a Saturday afternoon. How lovely. Because evening do's now, I mean, you know, you get to 10 o'clock. I don't know about you, but I want to go home, have a cup of tea and go home. Really? I don't want to stay out later. That person going past, how dare they? People keep parking in front of our house. I'm very annoyed. I think somebody's moving in over the road, aren't they?
They are.
Oh, was that what those people were earlier?
They were removal vans.
Were they? I thought they might have been. It was a very big van. I didn't like it. Blocking my view. There we are. No, Sarah, I don't like crowds either. Hello, Marion. Welcome. Hello, Sarah. But parties, you know, small parties can be really nice and fun, where you eat good food and have good wine, just a small amount for us, because we don't drink that much these days. I think it can be quite nice, you know, it can be quite pleasant, and you get to chat with everybody. More than 10 people, it becomes a riot as far as I'm concerned. Blue Killian, welcome. Don't worry, people drop in at whatever time they want. So don't worry, you don't have to think about being late at all. Hello, Andrew. Welcome. Thank you. So yes, Guru, the working week is over, but I've not been at work this week. No. Or the week before. I've had 2 weeks off. And I'm back to work on Monday. And yeah, I don't mind, to be honest. There's been times where I've been stuck for things to do. I mean, I really wanted to relax. I really did, because I think you do need to have a little bit of time away from doing things. But I'm sort of back. I have to sort of get back into doing something. I can't sit and do nothing for 2 weeks, unless, of course, I'm in a holiday resort by a pool. But I haven't done that for so many years, simply because there's other people and very often screaming children, which I don't really like. I think for us to go to a resort that would please us, we'd have to pay too much money. It would cost too much, wouldn't it?
Yeah, most of them.
You know, I like the sound of that one in that one that was founded by Marlon Brando. I think it's called Brando. I think it's on some island somewhere, and it's an eco resort, but it's only for rich people. So it's like £3,000 a night. But apparently it's like being in heaven.
Silly money.
Well, I know, but if you've got it, it's some kind of tax dodge, isn't it, for them, I guess?
That's silly money.
Yeah. Anyway, there we are. Yeah, exactly, Sarah. I'm the same. So who've I missed? Sunrise7, welcome. You enjoyed the Sunday chat, Caroline, the compilation. Well, there's another one, actually, on Instagram. I don't know whether you follow us on Instagram, because there are some Instagram exclusives at the moment. little exclusive videos just for Instagram. They have to be less than a minute long, which is quite fun, actually. The challenge of making something, you know, less than a minute long and getting a point across is great. I'm really enjoying it. So I think we've done about 3 or 4 short videos on Instagram. So if you don't follow us on Instagram, please do. Usual thing, Richard and Paul. You'll see our faces, the usual faces. Let me see. Hello, Christine. Welcome. So it seems everybody. Where is Pag tonight? I don't know where Pag is tonight. Maybe he was late getting home from work, possibly. I don't know. Maybe he forgot. You know. Yeah, Caroline, do it. Follow us on Instagram because it's quite fun. And it also gives me a chance to post, you know, photographs as well. So the thing is, what I try to do is if I post something on Facebook, I do it on all the Facebook, my Facebook page, Richard and Paul, and Planet Vegetaria. But on Instagram, I do try to occasionally post things that I don't post anywhere else. So it's kind of exclusive, you know. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to do at the moment. It's just another place to post photographs, really. But you know, yeah, I'm quite enjoying Instagram. It's the first time I've really got into it, and I think we've got about 220 followers or something now. So it's growing slowly, which is great. You went to a big 50th birthday party with a live band. Well, you know, yes, I think sometimes big parties can be great, especially when they're organized events where there are forms of entertainment. Sadly, some of the parties I used to go to weren't particularly well organized, and they usually ended in complete debauchery by the end of the night.
Did they?
Yeah, usually people drunk, just drunk, lying around vomiting. Yes.
No.
Yeah, I know. But hey, I vomited a few times myself.
You did in the Mercedes.
Well, I didn't vomit in the Mercedes, Paul. We vomited on the side of a motorway. I vomited on the side of a motorway one night because we were in Paul's Mercedes when he had a posh car for business years ago. And we pulled over on the hard shoulder so I could vomit out of the door.
Because you drank too much.
Because I drank too much whiskey.
Boxing Day.
Oh, never again. That was awful. Horrendous. Oh, thanks, Christine. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Well, I just wanted to show it because a couple of people had asked me to show the shower room, and you know, people are curious to see what things look like. So yeah, sounds like downtown Nashville on a weekend. Yeah, well, oh, that sounds lovely, Kelly. Oh, that's great. I'd love to meet the people from here and the people that follow us on Facebook one day. Maybe we'll have a big party, Paul, or we'll do a live show.
On our 50th anniversary.
On our 50 year. Well, I think we'll be dead by then. Hi, Barbara. Have a wedding? No. We're not going to do that. The thing is with weddings, it just costs too much money. And
They don't need to.
Yeah, I know, but they do end up costing money. I mean, you know, I would have to have a fabulous outfit. And, you know, I'm not.
I'll just go just like this.
I'm not taking the bus. So I'd need a car. And then we'd have to have some kind of meal and provide food. And there'd probably be a party later. So that's going to cost money. It's not cheap, Paul. Why do you change your mind now? Want to get married?
I asked you years ago.
Oh, shut up. Shut up. Be ridiculous. You asked me years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, you asked me under your breath.
Yeah.
Have a garden party. Guru. We haven't got room in our garden. We haven't got the physical space for people to stand. We've actually got the space, but it's filled with bushes. So I'd have to put people in between shrubs or up a tree or on the flat roof in the grapevine. I don't think it would work. We'd have to hire somewhere. No, we're not getting married. Full stop. No, no, no. Oh, well, yeah, if we moved somewhere, then yeah, we could. If we had somewhere with plenty of space. But we'd just have a party anyway. We'd have a housewarming party. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll have a housewarming party when we move. If we find the place. It's becoming increasingly difficult to find anywhere that's suitable, frankly. Still looking. Oh, Caroline, of course, you're getting married, aren't you? Yes. Yes. You're having a big do? Is it really big and expensive? Well, let's hope, that you're not paying too much because London prices, terrible.
I think the typical wedding just said was £32,000.
32,000, you must be joking me. Windsor Palace would be well, it would, Guru, but sadly one cannot afford it. No. Yes, there is a palace. It's here. This is the palace. We've had big parties here years ago. We had a couple of big parties, didn't we, when we moved in?
Yeah.
We had a housewarming. We had a couple of 40th birthday parties. And we had a big Christmas party with a lot of people. They were great, really good. Exactly, Christine. I could hang people from the tree, not literally. Move to Flintshire. Yeah, I've looked at Flintshire.
Where's Flintshire?
Well, it's kind of Wales. Paul. It's higher up, isn't it? Sorry. It's full of, oh, the tree. The tree's full of bats. Is it full of bats? Have you seen any bats this year?
Yeah.
Paul has seen bats. The pear tree is full of bats. Not the eucalyptus, the pear tree. Yeah. Derbyshire is lovely. Absolutely. I am looking in all areas around there, around Cheshire. It's just got to be the right place because it's kind of probably going to be the home that we end up getting old in.
Old now.
Huh?
Old now.
Oh, shut up. We're not old now. Don't be ridiculous, Paul. If we're old now, then in 10 years' time, we're going to be infirm. Well, you never know, do you really? North Wales is, yeah, that's what kind of where I want to be. And it is really good value. But we've kind of got this list of requirements and they're not totally being fulfilled yet. But when when you sort of feel inside that the right property is going to come up, and I really believe I'm not terribly spiritual in that way, but I really believe that what you need comes to you. Yeah, I really believe that because it always has in my life. You always kind of work it out and realize that that's exactly where you needed to be at that time and you were on the right path, blah, blah, blah. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit hard to explain, really. Well, that's a very good point. I I don't want to be too remote because we would need to think about care. I mean, in the ideal world, we would move to this place in Wales and then eventually we'd probably sell it and move into a retirement home, ideally. You know, a nice apartment or something. That's the plan in my head. Because I don't want to grow old in a huge, well, not a huge house, because it won't be. We don't want a huge house, but I don't want to grow old in somewhere that I can't maintain and look after properly. And, you know, I don't want to do that. It's ridiculous. It's not the right thing to do. Nice plot of land and build to your own spec. Yeah, I've thought about that, Kelly, but to be absolutely honest with you, I think the stress of that would kill me, frankly. Yeah, we thought about it. I mean, it is the cheapest option in actual fact to build your own. I'm just not, no, it's not going to happen. Paul would not want to do that. I mean, when I watch Grand Designs, I literally have to take a chill pill afterwards because it stresses me out so much, you know, especially when they say, and the build is going well, but then there's a surprise. Janine got pregnant. Janine got pregnant during the build. Really?
Happens.
Janine got pregnant. And then the glass has been delayed. That always happens. The glass has been delayed for 2 months and the place isn't weatherproof yet. I'd be going out of my mind. I really would. I mean, you know, really? Well, no, of course not. I'm not going to get pregnant because I can't do that. But you know what I'm saying? The cat might get pregnant. I don't know.
We don't have.
I know we don't, but the cat that we'll have when we move. Because when we do move, we will have animals again. Won't we, Paul? Not livestock. Pets. Not pets. Companion animals. I don't like the word pet. No. Yeah, you see, I can't even bear it when I'm decorating. That drives me up the blooming wall. Tins of paint everywhere and paint brushes and things like that. That drives me insane too. So if I was building somewhere, I'm sure I would go crazy. I'm sure I would. I think I'd lose it mentally. No, we will get animals. When we move, we will be adopting animals again. It's getting breezy. Is that rain, Paul? Is it rain or is it a tornado? Oh my God, it's rain.
It's raining.
I was just about to say, grab Toto and Annie M and run for the storm shelter. But no, it's rain. It's torrential rain. If we have thunder and a big storm, I'm off. I'm going to drop you all and run off because I need to film it. It's my bread and butter. You do realize. More Cedrics. I think Paul's got enough Cedrics, haven't you, Paul? How are they doing?
They're doing well.
They're doing
like
very well.
Skins.
They like avocado skins. They've got very expensive tastes, you see. Naturally, they would have. It's stopped raining now, Paul. You can close that blind now. I don't want the passers-by getting a free show. God's sake. Freeloaders. Honestly. Oh yeah, Paul put the cheeky prints in. Hi, Anna. I didn't notice you sneaking in there. Well, yes, of course. What's for tea tonight? I think Paul's made a salad. A salad with a couscous salad, whole wheat couscous, wholemeal. No. What?
Got any left?
Normal couscous with things from the garden, the allotment, not just random things from the garden. What things have you put in from the allotment, Paul?
Not a lot.
Not a lot.
We've got peppers.
Peppers?
Peas.
Not from the garden,
No,
no.
we've just got some onions.
Peppers, peas.
Onions.
Peppers, peas, onions, broad beans. No?
No, I said to you I forgot to get them.
I forgot to get them. Honestly, this is what I'm dealing with. Storm Miguel. Oh. Hold on. Let me check who's come in the house while I've not been. Has anybody come in that I've not said hi to? Did I say hello to you, Sandra? Hi, Sandra. Goats are more fun than sheep. They eat anything, don't they, goats, I believe. They just munch their way through a washing line full of clothes.
I'm not sure they do.
Apparently they do.
I'm not sure.
Goats are lovely to milk. I'm not going to be milking anything.
I've milked a goat.
You're not going to be milking a goat near me. No, I'm not going to be doing things like that, Guru. No, you mistake me for somebody who can actually do things like that. No, I don't want to be touching a goat's parts. Ugh. Oh, no. Awful. Awful. No. Get a llama. I've seen alpacas. They're rather lovely, aren't they? And their wool is quite lucrative, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh, Kelly. The OA. Oh, my God. Isn't it a shocker at the end? It's a complete shocker. Turns the whole thing on its head, doesn't it? Amazing. When's chapter 3 coming? I don't know. Not heard anything yet. You could have a goat milk bath. I could. I could. But I'm not going to. No. The OA. Now, that's a show on, is it Netflix? Netflix, the OA. Fabulous. No, it's Netflix. Netflix. Fabulous. If you've not heard of it or seen it, start from the beginning and watch it. Amazing show. You've milked your fair share of goats. Guru, I don't want to hear any more about milking animals. Disgusting. You'd get chickens. Sorry?
BK asked, Lillian asked how long we've been veggies.
How long have we been vegetarian? We've been vegetarian for probably, we're not complete vegetarians. We do eat eggs, dairy, not milk, but cheese and occasionally cream and some fish. So we're kind of pescatarians. I don't know. Well, on and off for 30 years myself. Yeah. Colin, you get chickens, ducks, great for slug and snail control.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, I'd quite like chickens, but I'd have to have them in the house at night. It would drive me insane thinking that foxes were going to be killing them. Poor little things. Gorgeous. Karina, well, yes. Look, if I really try, I can turn my hand to anything and we'll give things a go. But milking animals, no. I'm not going to be pulling anything's teats. No, I've never pulled a teat in my life and I'm not going to start now.
Dad got me to milk a pig once.
Paul, let's stop the milking any animals. You will have to check out the OA Uprooted. It's a brilliant show. It's really out there, but it's really great. We're watching Good Omens at the moment, which is kind of,
Okay.
It's okay, you know. I'm not really getting on with the editing. It's a bit long, isn't it? A bit laborious in places, a bit slow. I like quick edits now, but, you know, if you're going to show action, then, you know, give it some welly. But it's a bit, yeah, it's okay. I'm looking forward to it ending, basically. We will watch it. I'm just, you need to watch the new Black Mirror series. I've not really ever got into Black Mirror that much. I've watched a couple. Maybe we'll give it another go at some point. You know, I prefer American shows. I really do. I prefer the pace. I prefer the pace of language. It's gone really dark outside, Paul. Yeah. Chickens put themselves to bed. But could you not have the coop in the house?
No,
Why not?
you can't have a chicken.
Why not?
You can't
Have a little
chickens in-
special room
Well,
just
you
for the
could build a
chickens.
special room. Yeah.
Yeah.
An
And you could-
in-out-house.
Yes, that's what I mean. A sort of indoors place that you can shut the door on. So they're lovely and warm, and you can give them a cuddle if you want to, because they're so sweet. I love chickens. Gorgeous. Gentleman Jack. Now, I started watching that.
What's that about?
It's set in Victorian times. It's Saran Jones,
Oh, I like her.
and she plays this sort of powerful woman. And I've not seen much more. I saw sort of an episode where she was dealing with these men and their land and paying their rents. And yeah, it looked quite good actually, but I've not sort of carried on with it. So I think we may watch that. There we are. You prefer the Richard and Paul show? Well, of course you do. Thank you so much. No, I mean the pace of American shows. You know, how they really know how to edit. You know, they're really good at what they do. British shows, I don't know, sometimes they lack things. And also the British accent as well. I just prefer the American flow. You know, I don't know. It's just my preference. American comedy as well is a lot slicker than British comedy, you know? I don't know why I prefer it. I just do. Fluffy, silky chickens. I know, lovely. We tried the marvelous Mrs. Maisel, didn't we?
Yeah.
What happened? Did we switch it off?
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of gave it the 10-minute test and went no and switched it off.
But
So
we did that with Russian
what?
Doll.
No, I didn't.
No, in the first 10 minutes, didn't like.
No, I watched Russian Doll. I watched the first 2 episodes of Russian Doll and I loved it. Hello, Jackie from Cape Cod. Welcome. LBC, no. No, I've never listened to LBC really. I don't really listen to radio a lot. If I do, it's normally Radio 4. We used to listen to Talk Radio before it changed to Talk Sport. And then I switched off. And the reason we used to listen to Talk Radio is I used to pick Paul up in the West End. I used to be in a band in the East End. So I used to drive all the way from here to the East End every day. And then at night, through the West End, I'd pick Paul up at Shaftesbury Avenue where he worked. And we'd drive back and we'd listen to Anna Rayburn on Talk Radio. And she was an agony aunt. And it was brilliant, brilliant show. Such a brilliant agony aunt. Don't know what is she still around, Anna Rayburn? Is she still?
I don't think so.
I don't think she's still working. It's probably getting on now. That was really good. So there you go. Sorry, I'm just catching up. Yeah, I like Radio 4. And I like it because it usually has interesting programs in the afternoon that you're just not expecting. And you think, oh, a program on that. Oh, I'll give it a listen. I listened to a Wreath lecture the other day and it was about politics. And I know, I'm sorry, but I know nothing about politics. I'm really illiterate when it comes to politics and the finer points. And it was all about, what was it about? It was about, it was about politics. it was kind of talking about things like Brexit. It was talking about, I can't remember. Anyway, it was really interesting. You see, it goes in one ear and out the other, but it was interesting at the time. I didn't really learn anything from it, or else I would tell you about it. It was talking about the people that voted for Brexit and how they voted for immediacy. They think about the immediate situation because many of them are older and are only thinking about their lives, as opposed to the other people who are thinking about the future. It was things like that. So it was really interesting. But it was non-biased. It was a lecture that was talking about all the aspects of these subjects that this guy was talking about, and I can't even remember his name. I'm terrible with things like that, aren't I? But I can remember the name of the paint I used on the walls upstairs. It was chinoise. Okay? So I remember the things that are important to me. But yes, Radio 4 can be very, very interesting and absorbing in the moment. Hello, Kathy. Just catching up. Yes, I was in a band, Uprooted. I was in a band for, I don't know how many years it was. Yeah, there you go. It's history now. We had a great time. Midsummer Murders, yeah, a friend of ours does the makeup, or used to do hair and makeup on Midsummer Murders. Suzanne Broad, her name is. You'll see her on the credits. Of the older ones, I think. I don't know whether she's working on it now.
No.
No. She used to have to get up really, really early in the mornings and find herself in the middle of a field in Oxfordshire.
Or where we go walking.
Where we go walking, they filmed, didn't they, there?
Fairground or something. Or
no, it was a murder scene.
Yeah, but it was a fate.
Well, of course it was a murder scene. They're all murder scenes, aren't they? It's Midsummer Murders, murder capital of Britain. I used to sing and write and produce. I still write and produce now. If you follow our videos, you will see occasionally I write a piece for a video. I do electronic music. I really love electronic music. And that's what I do. So I write a few little pieces for videos and things. Yes. But I don't really sing. My voice isn't what it used to be. I think, years of abuse, mainly smoking. I don't smoke anymore, but have probably ruined a lot of it. So yeah, I can still carry a tune if need be, but it takes a lot of effort now to keep in tune. I can sing in tune, yeah. No, I'm not going to sing now. I'm cultivating a more gravelly sounding voice. I had a very high voice as a child. I was sort of choir boy material. And then my voice broke and I had to kind of relearn how to sing again. But we were always singing as children. I did a small stint in the working men's clubs up north. So I've done, quite a few live performances. I've done a lot of studio work over the years, which I really enjoy. I have my own little studio here now, which is decreased in size rapidly since technology took over, because basically I use my computer now and a keyboard and a few gadgets. And yeah, I still enjoy it. It's a great waste of time, writing and doing studio music. It's a great waste of time. A day can go in a flash, basically, if you spend time writing and recording. But, it's a great pastime, which I don't have a huge amount of time for now. If I'm going to do a piece of music now, I'm sort of like, quick, I need a piece that is like this, and I'll just write it and record it. But I'm not a musician. I'm certainly not a trained musician. I can't read music. I used to be able to read a little bit of music when I did classical guitar years ago, and clarinet. But I've lost all of those skills. I don't read music now. I do it all by ear. I've got a reasonably good ear, and you just have to listen out for what sounds right, basically. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I could write a jingle, but yeah, like I say, things like that would probably take too much time because it would have to be perfect. Writing short pieces of music don't take me very long nowadays because I'm quite practiced at it. So, Rocket Man. Yeah, I've not seen Rocket Man. I'm not really into Elton John, so I probably won't watch it. Let me see what I've missed. Oh, we're saying goodbye to Kelly. Bye, Kelly. Sorry, I'm just catching up. Yeah, I think that as well. It is nice to be creative for no reason. Sometimes, if I'm not feeling great mentally, I will say to Paul, right, I'm doing some music now for a few hours, and I will just create random stuff just for the sake of it, just to get my head away from what I'm thinking. And it really works well. I mean, some people paint to do that. I also do a bit of photography to do that as well. That takes my mind away from, maybe negative thinking, which creeps in occasionally. Yeah, I did recorder at school, absolutely. Yeah, first thing I learned was recorder. Yeah, we will. We'll probably watch it when it reaches TV. You thought it was about Kim Jong-un. That's a good one. I like that. Caroline, you paint and do printmaking. I think it's lovely to do creative stuff. I've tried all sorts of things over the years. I've tried painting. At one point, I did soap making, cosmetics. I've tried all sorts of things, and I find it really absorbing. But it's great when you catch that thing that really suits you, that you can do at any point, that you can do quite well. I think that's really good to do. I think it's really when something absorbs you and, what's the word, provides you with flow. That's the word, isn't it? When you really, really get into your flow and everything comes together and you feel it. That's a great feeling, That I think only creative people really get to feel that. Pag's here. Hi, Pag. We wondered where you were. We thought you might be running late from work, or maybe you just plain old forgotten. What website? Where?
carolann.com.au.
Oh, that's your website, Carolann. Paul, make a note of that, please. Take a note, please, Paul. You had a photography studio for 6 years, and what happened? What made you stop? I'd love to have a dedicated space for photography. I'd really love it, where I can set up a proper background for things and set my lights up so I don't need to keep, putting them away. And, I'd love to do that. Just a spare room, really. Where's Vera?
Have you murdered
Have you murdered somebody, love? Because if you have, We'll find out, you know. There you go. People who've never seen that before are going to be thinking, what? Yeah, well, you know, I think all of the, or a lot of the YouTube videos are about being creative, because you're creating a moment that's new, and you're trying to provide something which is keeping people entertained. You know, I think Sunday Chat is very creative for us because I'm always aware that, you know, I want to provide something that makes people giggle. I mean, if it was just me and Paul sat there chatting, you know, every week about our lives, I very much doubt people would find it that interesting, really. So I like to give it a bit of energy and a bit of oomph to make it, you know, really entertaining. If it makes me laugh, then it's going to make other people laugh. And I think that's the way that I judge things. The same as any other video that I put out, if it's to do with images of nature, if I think, oh, I like that, even if it's not perfect, you know, even if my camera work is a bit shaky now and then, if I enjoy it, then I'll put it out, and that's good enough, you know, because I'm not a cinematographer, I'm not a professional photographer, I'm semi-professional because I do sell a few photographs, but you know, I strive to bring something that people will appreciate and enjoy, you know, albeit amateur, you know, but that's the way it goes. Hi, Clarice. Bienvenue. Welcome. Well, exactly. Exactly. That's the kingpin of it, Sunday Chat. Paul's screaming of Sunday Chat. That's
Sunday Chat!
Oh, there you go. There's a special for you. That's the trademark, isn't it? You know, that's all part of it. But you know, that came about naturally. It wasn't planned, and most of what we do isn't really planned. It's not particularly scripted. I've occasionally scripted things that have needed to be scripted, but certainly not the chats. All we do is we have a list of things that we're going to talk about, and the rest of it is natural, and the humor just comes from that, you know. So there you go. Yeah, Clarice, the Sunday chats began. I mean, we've been on YouTube for longer than a year, but the Sunday chats sort of started about a year ago with us sat on the sofa talking about gardening. That's where they started. I think it was called Gardening Chat or something. Can't remember. That's where it started. Hi, Anthony. Now, Anthony's creative. He does some amazing work I've seen recently, Anthony. Well done. Absolutely impressive. Beautiful painting. Hi, Una, from a very stormy lower Rhineland. Ooh, I wish it'd be stormy here. Send some over this way. Is the pouting scripted? No, I'm naturally pouty. I just can't help it. That's how my face falls into a pout. I've always been pouty since I was a child because I've been blessed with big pouty lips. Yes. No, I am. It's completely natural. They're not filled or anything.
Oh dear.
Phila has never, ever been near these lips, honestly. Yes, no, Anthony, I'm very impressed by the work that I've seen you do. It's incredible. If anybody wants to see Anthony's stuff, he's on Instagram. It's incredible art. Amazing. As opposed to trouty lips. Well, yes, that's why I'm not going to have them worked on, because I don't want them to turn into a trout pout like that. You see, if I came on looking like that, you'd all be frightened. Hi, Vesna. Welcome. Thank you. You've got a tornado warning. Oh, God. No, I don't want any tornadoes. I don't want to lose my house at this stage in the proceedings.
Flight to Lexington.
Really?
Late because of tornadoes.
Oh dear, you've had storms as well, Clarice. Thank you, Anna. You're very kind. What? I could what? Paul could lick them and stick them on Tesco's window. Lick what? That's crazy, Clarice. Una has got a tornado warning. You like my sarcasm? Am I sarcastic? Really?
Yeah.
Well, you know, people used to say sarcasm is the lowest form of wit. And I really, really think that statement is absolutely ridiculous. I really do. Because I think some of the best humour on television is sarcastic. I love sarcasm. I think it's hysterical, especially if it's delivered in that really dry way. I do. I love it. I think it's great. So I'm not saying it's witty particularly. It's just I think if it's delivered well, it's good. You know, there you go. That's it, isn't it? Lick my lips and oh, I see. Just hanging from the window with suction. Yes, I think that would work. Yeah. Yeah. These lips have never been on a window in Tesco's. Maybe Waitrose or Harrods. Yes, yeah, or they can suck onto anything. They're like a limpet. What? They are. They've not sucked onto you for a good number of years, Paul, have they? No. Let's leave that there before it goes into disgusting, rude territory. Kelly's back. Hope everything's all right, Kelly. Yeah.
Just diffused it.
I know, Sandra, that was absolutely disgusting, wasn't it? I didn't mean it in that way. I meant on his lips. We haven't snogged for years. The first time we snogged, we both went into work with a very bad rash. And of course, everybody knows what's happened when that happens. Girls, I'm sure you've been there. But can you imagine two men? It's like Velcro. Oh, good. I'm glad, Kelly. Yes, Harrods, Waitrose, not Primark. No, I prefer TK Maxx to Primark. And we've got a lovely TK Maxx in a place called Kew, which is very, very posh. And it's a certain class of client that goes to the TK Maxx in Kew, as opposed to the one in Shepherd's Bush. You know, none of those shops are our standards. Honestly, you mistake us for being posh and rich. We're not. We're poor and common.
Little.
We're little. Little and Pound Stretcher. Yeah, that's our favourite stores. And the local shops. You know, if we're going to do some shopping, it's usually at smaller stores, local shops, smaller supermarkets. But if we're going to do a big shop, it's going to be Morrison's or it's going to be Lidl. And Paul has occasionally been to Aldi because we don't have an Aldi nearby. But we don't believe in paying through the nose for shopping. And of course, we grow many of our own vegetables too. TK Maxx is great. Hello, Muzamil. Welcome. TK Maxx is great because you can find one-off designer items. And I don't mean, when I say designer, I'm certainly not a labels queen. No, I'm not. But you find these unique designers that aren't very well known, and they just come out with these cracking designs that you've never seen before, and you think, God, I'll have a piece of that. That fits me. I'm having it, you know? So why not? But I've not shopped for clothes for a long time, to be honest. How long? I mean, it's about a year since I've
Yeah.
been clothes shopping. I can't afford it now. I'm part-time, a part-time poor YouTube. That person's trying to park their car outside the house. How long has it taken them? It's taken them about 10 minutes. Learn to park. This person tries to park. It's not hard. I can hear the engine running. The engine's been running. Go and tell them, Paul. Go back to driving school. Honestly. Victoria's Secret. I've never shopped there ever. No.
What is her secret?
What was Victoria's Secret? Does anybody know?
Is it Victoria Principal?
No, I don't think so. She did cosmetics, Victoria Principal. You really miss Waitrose, Sue. Why? What happened? Where did it go? I used to go to Waitrose just because I fancied walking around the large aisles. They still haven't parked that car. It annoys me when people sit in their cars with the engine running in the summer when the fumes are coming in your house because you've got the window open. I don't get it. People are stupid, honestly. Gets me annoyed, I tell you. Gets me annoyed. You miss Safeway. Do you not? Have you not got a Safeway? Oh, there isn't Safeway anymore, is there? Is that Morrison's now? Safeway. Morrison's is quite good. Honestly, it's annoying me, that car. Yeah, but it's when they just keep their engine running. What's the reason for it? You know? It's just putting pollution into the atmosphere. I know I'm getting a bit of a downer here, but it really,
It's
really
gone now.
annoys me. It's stopped now. Thank goodness for that. Well, Jackie, in London, you got to learn to park, or else you won't park your car anywhere. So we learned to parallel park, and we learned fast, I tell you. Do we have any blooper reels? No, we don't do bloopers. No. I coach Paul so well. What do you mean? That we don't make any mistakes. And if we do make a mistake, I tell Paul off. And then he gets in a bit of a huff. Yeah, it's true. But it drives the creativity. You have 3 Aldis near you. You've got a little, but too much stuff crammed in there. Our Lidls are well organised. We've actually got 2 fairly big Lidls, haven't we? 3.
2 and
3.
2 and a small
2 and a
one.
small and a large one in Greenford. Yeah.
Well, this one's quite large.
Yeah, we're fortunate. And they're very well organised, I have to say. It's not like QuickSave used to be. Do you remember QuickSave, anybody? Where it was dangerous just to buy your weekly shop because there'd be boxes falling on you, staff running riot, dangerous goods rolling in the aisles. Yeah, it was a hellhole. Hi, Joyce. You can't be bothered to start cooking. What can you have for tea? Something really tasty. What have you got? Tell us what you've got. Give us 5 ingredients and we'll come up with a tasty recipe for you now, right now, live on air. We're not going to cook it, but we'll tell you what we do, because that's what we often do. Paul will say to me, oh, I don't know what we're going to have. And I'll say, let me go and look.
I don't say
Because
that.
I'm the queen. I'm the queen of making something from nothing. Aren't I, Paul? Yes, Richard, I am. You are, I mean. I'm very good at making something from nothing.
Might not taste any good.
Exactly, Anthony. Lift the freezer up, whoops into the freezer, dead. Dead children in freezers everywhere.
Midsummer Murders.
Midsummer Murders. Who killed the kid in Quick Save? Oh, there's a new idea for a storyline. Copyright Richard Hammond, 2019. Hello, Nick. Can anybody tell me what's going on before I go? Are you confused? If so, why? It's just chat. This is what happens here on a Friday night. I chat, I talk about anything that comes into my mind. Nothing to be confused or worried about. It's completely normal behavior for me. I know, well, Quick Save was rough, wasn't it? It was rough, but it was cheap. You could do a week's shopping for £5, literally. VG, yes, I remember VG. Yes. Hold on, just catch. It was a brand. I can remember the sign, VG.
No.
Yes. You wouldn't know, Paul. You're from Guernsey. You wouldn't have had VG in Guernsey.
Veg. We have veg. Veg shop.
Yes, it was. It was a 70s local food store. And then I think it probably sort of, like you've got things like, Nisa or Nisa and Cost Cutter, Londis. It's like those, isn't it? You've got lots of different brands of local store and they take over each other all the time. I mean, that shop at the end of the road, what's that been? Cost Cutter, Londis. What else has it been? It was something else before that.
It was.
Can't remember.
What's the one on?
That was probably a VG one day, many years ago. Yeah. Am I British? I am British. Muzamil? Yes, I am British. This is London. London calling. London here. Yes, I'm British. I'm part other things as well, but I am essentially from Britain, from England. Yes. Quick Save was a Welsh company. Woolworths was good. Woolworths was good. Yes, you could get anything in Woolies, couldn't you? We had a Woolies and it was sad when it closed down. Yeah. Yeah, you could no longer shoplift the pick and mix. I'm not condoning shoplifting.
Rice, garlic, chard, tomatoes.
What?
Joyce has got
Rice,
garlic,
and
tomatoes.
chard, and what kind of rice is it? Is it normal rice, long grain rice? I think you could probably do, are they fresh tomatoes?
Yeah.
I would probably do, I'd probably do some of long grain rice. What would you go for, Paul? I would probably go for something.
I'd do a soupy broth, I think, with veggie.
Have you got You've got your spices and herbs as well.
Herbs.
Yeah. Or you could go for some kind of rice salad. Cook the rice, cool it down. You could add the chard and the tomatoes to it. If you've got a source of protein, you could do, I mean, if you don't want to spend any time, if you've got a source of protein, you could make a sort of chili, maybe a vegetable chili, a quick one. Fry an onion, steam your chard, add some protein, chop tomatoes, some chili, cook your rice, put it over the rice, something like that. Yeah. You love the Clash, London Calling, yeah, the late 70s. You did a DNA ancestry test. I've done one. I have done one. I had mine done about 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I think it was. And I'm very pleased to say, in actual fact, I'm not British. No.
Well, you are, but
Well, I'm
hereditary.
not. DNA-wise, I'm not British. I'm only 22% British. What's that noise? Oh, it's your phone. I thought it was a bee. I'm only 22% British. I'm actually Western European with some Spanish and some Italian and some Jewish and a little bit of Scandinavian as well. Yes. So there you go. Exactly. Eat a few sweets as you walk round. I know, that's what I would do. Very naughty. Very naughty. So yes, I'm Western European, basically. Yeah, there you go. Yes, part Jewish. I know. Always thought that. It was a sort of rumor in our family that there was a bit of Jewish blood. And if you look at my mum and my granny, you can see it in them. Yeah, very much so. Yeah, so I'm really pleased with that. Well, Tammy, you're very, very kind. But my sort of family are mainly from my immediate family are mainly from the north and the Midlands. And they moved around, they migrated around that area, obviously because of work. But yeah, there you go. What's my opinion about Muslims? Well, I don't have any opinions about Muslims. I work with Muslim people. I've got Muslim friends. They're just people. They have a specific religion. I don't have any opinions about Muslims, just like I don't really have any opinions about Christians or Catholics or
Welsh people.
Yeah. No, I don't. I'm not. I don't tend to judge people based on their religion. I'm not religious myself, but I don't judge people based on their religion. Certainly not. No, why would I? Yeah, I mean, I find it an odd question, really, why I should have an opinion. And if I did have an opinion, I probably wouldn't be expressing it here because that wouldn't really be appropriate to the mood of this channel. Hello, Print Me Up. Are you talking about Lady Felicity Tittington Smythe? I couldn't possibly say whether she's famous or not. No, I couldn't possibly say. Well known, perhaps, and wanted in several countries, but infamous probably would be the correct word to use. Good, I'm glad you're pleased with that answer. Well,
Savoury rice.
Savoury rice. Yes, that's a good idea. combining the ingredients. Yeah, I think that's I love rice. I really do. And one of my favorite dishes is risotto. Absolutely lovely. What do I do in my free time? Well, in my free time, oh, Jane, really? Yes, Jane Kelly. Sorry, Muzammil, I'll get back to you in a second. She's doing the Beck Theatre near ours in September. We plan on going. Yeah. Free time is usually spent making YouTube videos or making music or doing photography. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, she is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And she's done a lot for mental health as well. And she's great. Her shows are great. Lots on YouTube from Ruby Wax. That's really, really interesting when it comes down to mental health. Yeah. Well, exactly, Jane. Exactly, Una. Yeah. You know, the only time I'm going to judge you is if you are becoming right wing, you're threatening me in some way, or you are pushing your ideas onto me. Then I will judge you and take your arguments apart. That's what I'll do. So, you know, I don't like to be pushed, really. It's not wise. And I think you'll all agree with me. You probably feel the same way. But, you know, I'm a kind of live and let live person. Hey, I'm part of a minority, you know, and my minority gets picked on just as much as anybody else's minority, believe you me. There's a lot of homophobia about at the moment, and it's not pleasing at all. You know, we've had to fight for our rights. So, you know, I'm not going to judge you for anything unless you push it in my face in a big way, in a right-wing fundamentalist way, then I'm not going to be happy about it. That's it. That's it. There you go. So lovely. How nice. What a lovely evening. What a pleasant chat we've had. Hasn't it been fun? Fun, fun, fun. Yes, I'm laughing all the way to that couscous salad. Paul.
Yeah.
Yes. Is it made and ready to
Sort of.
eat? Oh, I hope so. I do hope so, because I'm rather hungry. Ruby Wax, well, she is American in actual fact. She's an American writer, comedian, actress. She was very big here in the 80s. She did quite a lot of TV. She has also done a lot of editing for shows and writing for shows over the years. And she's now a mental health ambassador who studied at Oxford and got a degree. So she knows what she's talking about. She really does. You couldn't listen to her nasally voice. You see, that's the thing. I guess I'm used to her voice. I find it quite funny. So I guess, you know, I don't mind it, but I'm used to it. I've been listening to her for years. So, yeah. Oh, you missed lots, Guru. You missed lots. You'll need to backtrack at some point and watch it again. Yes, I've seen them. Well, she did I mean, Ruby Wax's trademark at one point was the fact that she got big celebrities and interviewed them in her inimitable style, which is very pushy, very probing, and very in your face. And she got away with it. She interviewed Donald Trump. That didn't go down very well. And she interviewed people like Madonna. She's done quite a few really big stars and got away with asking outrageous questions. And I love that. I love that. What's the point of interviewing somebody if you don't ask them really good questions, you know, and get the information that we're all dying to know as fans, you know? Yeah, exactly, Anthony. I know that one well. I remember it when it came out. I remember watching it. Yeah. You're going, Clarice. Okay. So Paul has cooked already. He's made couscous salad. Bye, Sarah. Take care now. That's right, Jane. She was thrown off Trump's plane. They basically landed and told her to get out. Yeah, it went tits up, so to speak. Yeah. There you go. Hannah Gadsby. Who's Hannah Gadsby?
TV.
Is she a TV interviewer? Oh, I'll check her out. I am judgmental about people who can't park their vehicles, but that's an environmental thing. That's an environmental issue, really. Okay, who am I saying goodbye to?
Print me up.
Print me up. Okay, print me up. Bye. Bye, Sarah. Take care. Oh, I loved Kenny Everett. Loved Kenny Everett. He was genius, absolute genius. And I think, you know, if he'd have lived longer, he would still be going now. I think we'd still be seeing complete genius. He just turned TV comedy on its head. You know, he was outrageous as well and got away with murder. I mean, you know, Cupid stunt. You know, how did he get away with that name on primetime television? And all the kids, I mean, I was a kid when Kenny Everett was on TV, and, you know, all the kids absolutely adored his show. It was hysterical. It was so funny. But it was real adult humor. And yeah, oh, he was brilliant. He was brilliant. Bye, Joyce. Bye, Clarice. Who else is going?
Sue.
Bye, Sue. It is Green Raven. It is. I'd reserve my judgment for people who can't park outside my house, who keep their engine running, filling my house with fumes.
And who shout.
And who shout as they go past, very loudly. No respect. The mime artist used to scare you when you were a kid. Oh, you're staying, Guru. I thought you were leaving. Do we cook the salad? How do you mean? Depends what the salad's made of. You can have a hot salad of vegetables, which is divine. We very often do that in the summer. We steam a load of vegetables, put them together into a bowl, add a few herbs, some black pepper, salt, and some butter, toss it all together and call it a hot salad. I know, genius. I know. People like to say goodbye as they go. And it takes about 10 minutes to say goodbye to everybody when I say goodbye. Yeah. Oh, Kenny Williams was great, wasn't he? He was genius. Oh, yeah. Guru, the same as me. Captain Kremen. Cupid Stunt, Sid Snot, Marcel Wave. Who was the other one? Oh God, I can't remember. There were so many. And of course, oh, what's her name? Who was the woman that used to be with him? Cleo Rokos. She was genius as well. Beautiful, still beautiful, you know. Kenneth Williams was amazing. Well, you can cook lettuce. Absolutely. You can treat it as a green, treat it as a sort of herb, whiz it up. And we've taken salad that's kind of, you know, seen better days and made it into a soup. Lovely. Lovely. Grilled little gem. Brotherly love, that was. Brotherly love. Yeah, with the big foam hands. Yeah. You once made pea and lettuce soup. Still ridiculed to this day. I'm sure it was divine. Cupid Stunt, absolutely. What a name, what a character. Yeah. My hair is naturally curly. How do I manage that smooth wave at the front? Well, it's kind of, it's just kind of how it goes as I tie my hair back. But I'll give you my secret. Elnet hairspray. I always use Elnet hairspray. Supreme hold, and that will hold your hair naturally and disappear at the touch of a brush. Seems counterintuitive that it will disappear at the touch of a brush, but believe you me, it will set a curl. It will do. There you go. Loved Spitting Image. Loved Spitting Image. Brilliant. Again, it was cutting edge at the time, you know. You were scared of Spitting Image, were you, Jane? Okay. Whatever. Don't you like puppets? Is that your problem? Has anybody ever seen that show with, oh God, what's the name? Who was the person we went to see with the monkey? Conti, Nina Conti. Anybody ever seen Nina Conti's show? That's really good. Really, really funny. Oh, okay, so you've got a puppet phobia. So what's the word for a puppet phobia? So Jane can define it, put a name to it, give it a title. It'll make her better. What's it called, Jane? You must know. But you like Nina Conti? I would have thought that would terrify you if you don't like puppets. Jane?
Puppophobia.
Puppophobia? It's not. It's not.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Coulrophobia is the fear of clowns.
Pinocchioitis.
Pediophobia is the fear of dolls.
Pediophobia is the fear of dolls. I don't like dolls. You know when people have massive collections of porcelain dolls, the ones that eyes that open as they move, and some of them go, "Mama, Mama," don't they? Do you remember Barbarella? The dolls with the big shiny claw teeth. They were scary. No, I haven't caught that. I haven't watched it yet, Guru.
Got it on my watch later.
So it is puppophobia. Oh, Jane, that's what you've got, love. You've got puppophobia. You went off to see Nina Conti last year, but turned out you were a day too late. Oh, Jane. Oh, Jane. Scarecrows. You don't like scarecrows? I don't mind scarecrows. No. What don't I like? I don't like the front of ships. Going on a ferry is a bit of a nightmare for me, but I have to contain it. Because
Bowphobic.
What?
Bowphobic.
Bowphobic. It's not bowphobic.
fear of bows.
It's the bow, the front of a ship that I really don't like. It makes me want to get on the floor and crawl. I don't know why. Maybe it was a previous life. Maybe I was on the Titanic in a previous life. Maybe. Could be true, you never know. Figureheads. What the things at the front. What about the one in Jason and the Argonauts? She's got big eyes, hasn't she? And she talks to them. You are a popophobic, Jane. Dear. Massive collections of anything is slightly strange. Well, people like to collect, don't they? That's the thing. There's plenty of people I know who have collections. And I remember wanting to have collections when I was a child, but I was never really allowed to collect enough of anything. I collected lollipop sticks once.
What, with jokes on?
No, they were Star Wars lollipop sticks. They were white plastic lollipop sticks and they had a character on them. And they also had a card in the wrapper. I collected those and I stuck them. I stuck the cards into a scrapbook and I've still got them to this day. You've done 7 cruises. I can go on a boat, but I don't like it. No, I don't like it. Well, seed collecting's a bit different, Anna, isn't it? Because it's not going to take over your whole house. They're fairly small. Some people collect things that take over their whole house, their whole lives. But the dolls, it's the dolls looking at you with their dead, lifeless eyes. No, they weren't Pez ones. I remember Pez ones. No, I mean, I only collected things that were cheap. I remember collecting cigarette packets off the street once.
There's that person that collects cans of lager, and he's got something like 10,000.
What, empty cans of lager?
No.
Oh. Oh, panini stickers. Oh, lovely. I do remember Norman Wisdom. He was a bit wild, wasn't he? Yes, dolls, antique dolls, exactly. Oh, don't. Ventriloquist dummies. Yeah, they're a bit creepy, aren't they? Yeah. Anything like that that has the potential to move on its own in a supernatural way, even though I don't believe in the supernatural, is slightly frightening. Yeah. You want a baby Jane doll? Doesn't everybody? Matchbooks. Okay. You love the comedian with the ostrich.
There were 2.
You mean the emu? You mean Rod Hull? That was the emu.
No, the ostrich was the guy that got in the ostrich.
The ostrich? Oh, that was, oh God, yeah.
I think she means the emu, but...
Can't remember. Emu, no, Rod Hull, that was. Rod Hull and emu. Yeah. Bernie Clifton was the one with, yeah. Bernie Clifton. I wasn't a fan of Bernie Clifton. No. That kind of comedy, no. Lamb Chop, Shari Lewis. That was Shari Lewis. I loved Lamb Chop. So cute. Such a cute little... I always wanted a lamb chop. I had a friend with a lamb chop. I wanted it. Now, I had... well, my cousin, Steve, he had everything. Absolutely everything.
Star Wars.
Star Wars. I didn't have any Star Wars action figures. but my sister had a Princess Leia. And I used to like styling her hair. No, I did. I used to style her hair. I used to nick Princess Leia, style her hair, and put her back into my sister's room. And my sisters used to think the fairies had done her hair overnight. How right they were.
Oh yeah, Jeff Dunham.
Jeff Dunham.
Yeah, American ventriloquist. Yeah,
No, I don't know him.
we've seen him. He does those.
Now, you see, I had Steve Austin, the $6 Million Man action figure, full-size action figure. Well, not life-size, obviously. Full-size action figure. And I also had Oscar Goldman. And I also had the robot, which was called Maskatron, who could disguise himself with these little masks into Oscar Goldman or Steve Austin. Yeah, Oscar Goldman had an exploding case that had a secret compartment. And Steve Austin, I had his spaceship as well. And his bionics used to plug into the spaceship. Oh, yeah. I was $6 Million Man mad. I wanted to be Steve Austin. I wanted to look like Steve Austin. Yeah. Loved him. Oh, Bionic Woman. My sister had the Bionic Woman doll. And yeah, brilliant. What was her name? Jamie Summers, played by Lindsay Wagner. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Oscar Goldman was great. Yeah. Yeah, with his eye that you looked through and his peel back skin on his arm revealing the bionic modules. I know. I think Cindy was the poor cousin of Barbie. And there was also Pippa as well. They were little Pippa dolls. Yeah. You had a Barbara doll. Was that like a Lidl's version of Barbie? Yeah. Pepper dolls instead of Pippa dolls. And Sandy dolls instead of Cindy. Oh dear, how funny. Well, I was born in 67. What was that intake of breath, Paul? You knew that. I was born in 1967, so I was a child growing up in the 70s and a teenager in the 80s. Yeah, there you go. Polly Pocket, yeah, remember Polly Pocket? Well, there you go, Guru. I loved my Steve Austin, loved him. Hi, Sam, welcome. You had Patch, Cindy's little sister. Ah. Mike had a chipper instead of a chopper.
I had a chipper.
Paul had a chipper. Oh, yeah. They've got something in common then, Jane. I didn't have a chopper. I had a proper bike. I had, what was it called? It was a rally. And it was golden red. Oh, it was lovely. I loved that bike. And my friend had the girls' version, and we used to ride around on them, thinking with the bee's knees, you know, matching bikes. Oh, lovely. You had a Rally 21. I'm trying to remember what that rally was called. It was lovely. Oh, oh well. You had a shopper, what, with a basket on the front, Jane? Oh. Pag had a chopper. Was it a grifter? Mine wasn't a grifter. No. What was it called? Gosh, I can't remember now. Oh, well. Yes, we always used to clip cards to our wheels. Yeah, absolutely, to make that lovely noise. Oh yes, happy days. Happy, happy days. Yes, it did have a warning, but of course you always carried a passenger on any bike. I did. We were always giving people, what did we used to call them? Backies, I think. How wonderful. Golden memories. Well, I wouldn't want to be young now, Tammy. Not now, not in today's age. If I wanted to be young, I'd rather rewind and go back to the 70s. Because I think the 70s was fine if you were a child. It wasn't much good if you were an adult in the 70s. In Britain, Britain was, excuse my French, a shithole in the 70s, frankly. Terrible government, awful management, strikes, power cuts, waste in the streets. But as a kid, it was a golden age. It was a golden age. We'd play out till midnight and exist only on gruel. Now, Jane, I think you're exaggerating a little there.
I think mine was a Merlin.
We stayed out. I mean, you know, we had to, I remember being told to go to bed when it was still light in the summer, which was awful because there were still other kids playing out in the streets. But I don't know, just, I don't know, it's childhood memories. I think unless you had an awful childhood, I think most children have those sort of golden tinged memories, don't they? You know, I think I was lucky. I think I had a relatively good childhood. My teenage years weren't so good, but childhood wasn't bad at all. Oh, it was terrible. The 70s was awful. Politically, it was a mess. Um, it was. I mean, I remember strikes, and I remember the power going off, and the 3-day week as well. Look into it. Do some research on the 3-day week and the power cuts of the 70s. The power would go off at a certain time of day, and you'd have to have candles at night. You know, it was horrendous. It was awful for the adults. For the kids, it was great. It was great fun. So, you know, there you go. Well, I'm from the north, Karina. I'm from the north. So, you know, I'm from the northwest. That's where I lived. So in London, it was just as bad. I mean, look up where they used to put the rubbish. I mean, there was rubbish piled high as a blooming mountain in Leicester Square at one point, you know, stinking, covered in rats. Look it up, Anthony. It was a pretty bad time. People talk about the 70s when they reference Brexit and say, oh, we'll go back to blah. No, 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 no. It was horrendous. The government completely messed up. Completely messed up. Favorite childhood? Well, my childhood memories are of Wales, North Wales, and we had my grandfather had a caravan, a place called Dinas, not far from Carnarvon, first of all, and then he got rid of that one, and then he got 2 caravans in Rossniger in Anglesey. We used to go there. And before that, we used to go to Abersoch. So yeah, fond memories, mainly of Rossniger in Anglesey, where I spent year upon year, many happy holidays. So yeah, there you go. Probably There probably was a backlog of burials as well. Yeah, it was horrendous. It certainly wasn't a golden age for politics. Absolutely not. So Kelly's saying goodbye. Bye, Kelly. Take care. See you soon. Prestatin. Yeah. Rhyl, no, we never stayed in Rhyl, but I know, I sort of know where Rhyl is. We used to kind of drive past Rhyl, and we always there used to be a toss-up as to which route we would take to get there from where we were, which was Macclesfield, and it would either be the coast road or through the mountains. And my preference was always through the mountains, but I think my dad's preference was the coast road because it was slightly quicker. But if we went on the coast road, the benefit of that is we would stop at a Little Chef for breakfast, which was always a highlight because, as kids, you absolutely loved going to the Little Chef because you'd have a massive cooked breakfast. And we'd set off very, very early in the morning. And yeah, we'd stop at the Little Chef. And yeah, we'd have a big breakfast. Lovely memories. There you go. Oh, the bumpy slides. Oh, I loved a bumpy slide. Yeah, great. There you go. So we're almost at, well, 1 hour 45, 1 hour 46. So I'm going to start saying goodbye because frankly, I'm hungry now. Oh, there's more people shouting in the street. Oh, God, honestly. Cheesecloth dresses and shirts, Jane. Right. Who's just joined? Hi, Brian. Sorry, but we're just in the process of saying goodbye now. We've been here for, nearly 2 hours. So we're going to be saying goodbye. I just want to say, first of all, a reminder to everybody who follows us to please share with other people that you know. Share our videos, hit that share button and share it. If you follow us on Facebook, share our posts on Facebook. Get the word out there. We're trying to increase our following at the moment. We're turning from a cult, a normal cult, into a super cult. Yes, I want to be that super cult. So please do share. Thank you, June. Absolutely. Do I speak French? Un peu. Un peu. Yeah. So there you go. Thank you. And I just want to say thank you for you all, for following us. To you all for following us. Got my words mixed up. And, follow us on Instagram as well, because we're doing little promos on there as well now, little mini videos. So thank you very much to both old and new subscribers, for people who've been here since the start and people who've joined us recently. We're really grateful. We love doing what we do and we want to keep on doing it for as long as possible. But really, in order to do that, we do need more subscribers on YouTube. So, put the word out there for us and we're going to keep on promoting it as much as possible too. So thank you very much to all of you. Exactly. Thanks for all these lovely messages. Thank you. Thank you. Have a great weekend. enjoy whatever you're doing, and take care of yourselves. And we will see you on Sunday for Sunday Chat.
Sunday chat!
Thanks for that, Paul. Thanks for a lovely chat session tonight. It's been brilliant, really great. We've covered some lovely subjects and had a good time. So thank you very much. You're very welcome, Jane. Thank you, June. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Anna, Blue Killian. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm going to hit the button. Oh, yes, I am. I'm going to hit it first. Yep, see you for Sunday Chat. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you, Guru. Thank you, Uprooted. Thank you, everybody. If I've missed you out, I do apologize. Take care of yourselves, everybody. Thanks, Anthony. Bye to you too. Take care now. I'm saying goodbye. I'm putting the phone down now. I'm putting the phone down first. Oh, yes, I am. Bye. Bye, 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 bye. Bye. Bye.